Have you ever made a mistake so bizarre no one believed you? I went to the wrong funeral and hugged a crying widow, causing my wife to believe I was having an affair. It all started after I worked a double shift at the hospital. I was dead tired, my eyes burned, and all I wanted was to sleep for a month. But my coworker Dave's dad had just passed away, so I promised him I'd show up at the funeral. I drove straight to the funeral home and stumbled inside. My vision was blurry, but I saw people sitting quietly in a chapel, so I just assumed it was Dave's dad's service. I sat near the back, trying to stay awake, nodding along as the priest spoke. Everyone looked sad, and I saw a woman at the front sobbing quietly into a tissue. After the service ended, I walked up to her. I'd never met Dave's mom, but I figured it was her. She had gray hair and wore a dark dress. She looked really nice, but really sad. I reached out and hugged her, gently patting her back. "I'm so sorry for your loss," I said softly. She pulled back a bit, looking at me strangely. She wiped her eyes and said, "Thank you, dear," but she seemed confused. Other people stared at me too, but no one said anything. I figured they were all just upset about losing Dave's dad. I went straight home afterward, barely keeping my eyes open. As soon as I opened the door, my wife Julie stood there, glaring at me. Her eyes were red like she'd been crying too. "What's wrong?" I asked her. "You tell me," she snapped, shoving her phone at me. On the screen were pictures of me hugging the older woman at the funeral. The photos looked like we were way too comfortable, almost like we knew each other well. "I don't understand," I said. "That's Dave's mom." "No, it isn't," Julie shouted. "That is definitely not Dave's mom. My friend Mandy was there for another funeral and saw you getting cozy with some random lady. Are you seriously cheating on me with someone's grandma?" I felt my stomach drop. "What? No, I barely even know her. I thought she was Dave's mom." Julie shook her head. She crossed her arms and turned away. She was so mad she wouldn't even talk to me. I tried to explain, but she just didn't buy it. I mean, honestly, who goes to the wrong funeral and accidentally hugs a grieving widow? It sounded so crazy, even I started doubting myself. The next day, I drove back to the funeral home. I checked the signs carefully this time. Sure enough, there had been 2 funerals that afternoon, one in each chapel. I had walked into the wrong one, completely by mistake. I showed Julie a picture of the schedule from the funeral home. She still wasn't convinced. She said, "You probably just made that yourself to cover your tracks." I had no idea how to prove myself. I was starting to panic because Julie was still giving me the cold shoulder. I felt sick about the whole thing. It was so ridiculous, but Julie was dead serious. A week later, Julie came home from the grocery store looking stunned. She dropped the bags on the kitchen table and just stared at me. "You'll never believe who I ran into," she said, eyes wide. "Who?" I asked nervously. "The woman from the pictures, the widow you hugged," Julie said slowly. "She recognized me from photos you showed her at the funeral. She came up and apologized for all the confusion." I let out a huge sigh of relief. Julie looked embarrassed, but also relieved. "She told me you were really sweet," Julie admitted, finally smiling a little. "I guess you really did go to the wrong funeral. That's what I've been trying to tell you," I laughed, grabbing her hand. "Trust me, I've learned my lesson." Julie hugged me tight and shook her head. "Next time," she teased, "maybe pay attention to where you're going."